Let's get salty!
Everyone, Zeddy here again today with a brand new video, and it's been about a year since we started YouTubing. A lot has happened, and I thought it would be fun to go back and watch and react to my first ever video upload on YouTube. I wanted to do YouTube right. I had been wanting to do it forever. I had Solemn help me get everything together, believe it or not. Solemn was the one who showed me what the video editing stuff and Photoshop and all that kind of stuff to get going. And this was my big debut. And if you check it out, it's the Hall of Fame predictions for 2020. That was my big idea, the big way to get things going. Like, I believe this came out in February, so Hall of Fame rotation was coming up soon, and started talking about it. So not only do we get to reminisce and see how terrible I am, or sorry, point over here, how terrible I was at presenting my ideas or talking, we can actually take a look and see how accurate my predictions were. Basically, we can look at this year because we had all this stuff rotate, you know, out of the core set or out of classic and basic. How many of these cards did I get right? We'll see, have to see how accurate I am, but I want to go back and let's take a look at what the original Zeddy content looked like, and maybe we can have some laughs at my expense. So let's take a look and yeah, let's react, let's watch, let's reminisce.
Hey everyone, Zeddy here. And as we all know, in April...
Okay, first off, is this even a brand new video? I just said, hey everyone, Zeddy here. I didn't even say it's a brand new video. I mean, this is already pretty awful.
Every single year, the rotation happens in
so
Hearthstone,
quiet,
where the last year of Hearthstone cards are rotated to Wild, and
I'm like whispering. I'm worried about waking the neighbors. I don't know. I just loud.
And things change. We get a new year title. We don't know what it is going to be this year.
Okay.
Coming up, but right now we're in the year of the dragon, so we'll have a new year starting. And typically every April,
that's insightful.
We get new cards rotated to the Hall of Fame. Last year we had Baku and Gen, Doomguard, Naturalize.
Where's the
that nature?
I don't even put the thumbnails up.
We'll have rotation.
What a slacker!
A new Hall of Fame entry. There's been Hall of Fame entries every single time. What is the Hall of Fame? Well, what's the purpose?
Oh my god!
Typically, Blizzard's done it to remove cards that have seen too much play in every deck.
I mean, I still give background. This is fine. This is fine.
That are against the design philosophy,
okay.
Such as Charge, which has been kind of removed from the game. Things that are unfun and interactive, such as that, like Ice Block. Things like that.
I will give a little fun factoid here. All my videos, including this one, is not scripted. I have sometimes I'll have a bullet point of stuff I want to talk about, but I never script out anything. So even back here, first video, although I'm not very loud, I'm not well pronounced and my mic sucks, I will say that at least I seem to be going. I don't think I cut at all here. I'm just going.
Even in certain instances, cards have been rotated early to the Hall of Fame.
Also, look at that little beard.
Baku and Gen.
We got the big beard going.
Prevalent and just kind of boring and unfun to face and lose to a hero power, so they rotated it early. So, yeah, we've had that. So going forward,
see, you can tell I'm thinking off the top.
I think will be Hall of Fame.
I would cut that now.
And then what cards I would like to see Hall of Fame, but probably won't see happening. So let's go over that. What cards do I think need to be Hall of Fame?
What needs to be Hall of Fame, Zeddy?
Divine Spirit.
Oh, they got Hall of Fame.
Divine Spirit has been a problem card in Priest for a long time.
Good call. Most people saw that one coming. They'd even hinted at it.
Known as cheese decks. Typically stick around playing high health minions, buffing it to an insane amount, 20, 40,
the heck
60,
happened there?
80, hundreds of health.
Also, do you like how big is this image big enough for all of you guys? Can you let me know? Can you read the Divine Spirit?
Which doubles your
is it big enough?
Inner Fire also can help enable this, as well as cards like Topsy Turvy. But essentially, the card that gets to the point where you're going to absolutely OTK your opponent like that is Divine Spirit. And
I need to bring that back. Do you guys like the snap? Bring the snap back.
Fun interactive games where you're just killed from nowhere. And you can still have Inner Fire. You can still have cards like Topsy Turvy.
Okay, this is a way too long for one card.
Have cards like
Zeddy,
that can give you a Temple of Vengeance, give you a big
speed it up,
but not
the
immediately win the game. And I think this would also open up design space for other buff and Spirit. And then you just automatically give Priest assets while then
we're still going about Divine Spirit.
And we're in this problem. And it's not fun. So that card I would like to see go.
All right, what's next?
We have Leroy Jenkins.
Oh, I got that right too.
Upset a lot of people. People love Leroy. They love to go face. They love the flavor. They love just everything about Leroy. But I have to say, this card
hits me in the face. I don't like
every aggro deck forever. It's not necessarily fun that every game. Well,
2 for 2, by the way. 2 for 2.
Or you're at 20 health and your opponent plays Leroy Shadow Step. Leroy, Eviscerate.
Imagine being at 20 health and dying. Good thing they got rid of Leroy. We don't have to worry about that anymore, right? Yep.
Prep, Eviscerate.
Something's never changed.
Leroy's 0 mana, and it gets to be absurd where you can be at a high health, but just Leroy, and
now it's
this card alone
Mozaki and Il'gynoth and
like,
oh man,
I can't count how many decks. Tempo Rogue, Highlander.
Okay, we get it, Zeddy. We get the point.
Warlock, Zoo Warlock, OTK Galakron Priest, Face Hunter, Dragon Hunter.
Okay. I really don't like Leroy.
If you look on HS Replay,
I even have stats. Wow.
Leroy Jenkins,
look how prepared I was.
It is in 44.5% of decks
down to the number. That's a bullet point.
Decks registered on HS Replay with a played win rate of 72%.
That's numbers.
The card has been in every deck for too long. It's time to move on. It's not interactive. It's not fun. It's
not interactive, not fun. Funny how these themes continue to happen in Hearthstone, eh?
Also part of the design philosophy of Blizzard to get away from charge.
That we've seen that this year as well.
From Leroy. I know people love the card, but it's time. The last card we even seen with charge that has been made is Chillblade Champion, a Paladin lifesteal charge minion in Knights of the Frozen Throne.
I didn't know Demon Hunter was a thing yet. Kane,
with cards like Leroy, if they were to Hall of Fame it, they can open up the avenue for new aggressive cards, maybe new charge minions.
Yep, they did.
That can actually see play, because if you
they certainly did
aggro too much tools when you have a card like Leroy, you just can't play the game. You're going to die, because Leroy's just always there to be
giving aggro too much tools. Now we have Secret Passage, Swindle, Cutting Class. Oh boy.
That finisher, that insane finisher. So I would love for Leroy to Hall of Fame. I know people love it. It's going to suck for the aggro purists.
I think I said the same thing like 12 times.
You know, for those people.
I really didn't want to get hate over the Leroy thing, I gotta admit.
And another card that has been very divisive this year, Edwin Van Cleef.
Oh.
It's time for Edwin to go.
Yeah.
This is the ultimate scam.
It eventually happened,
Before
right?
There was Dragon Queen Alexstrasza and all these other mana cheat scam cards. There's been Edwin. 3 mana, 20/20, 30/30, whatever you want it to be. It's
not exaggerated.
Games. It's unfair. It's not fun. Yeah. Some people just say it's a 3 mana 2/2. And technically, they're right. If you
wonder
play
who
it
I'm
like
talking about.
But nobody plays it that way. Unless the worst hand possible. And even then, it can still win games. But to lose the game to one card that just, it's unfair, and because we're keep printing 0 mana cards and lackeys that generate value, so even if you cheat out this Edwin and you get it 20/20, you still generated all these resources. You gain nothing.
I'm getting so worked
Before
up.
You would give up stuff for it.
Good thing I don't get worked up anymore, right? I don't get worked up at all.
RNG generation, Discover generation card.
All right, Zeddy, you talk too much. Let's see what else we got. Let's see what else we got.
Edwin it needs to go. It's not almost every world.
We're still going on about Edwin
since the beginning of time.
All right, I think we're about wrapped up on Edwin.
Do some other stuff other than scamming with Edwin.
Then this scam with, Jandis.
My last 2 cards that I believe should be Hall of Fame, and it pains me. I am a combo player by heart. I love these cards, but both, I'm going to lump them together because I think they kind of go hand in hand.
I actually sized those, though. Look at that. I sized those kind of appropriately.
Allow for crazy combos. Tick your opponent down to 15 health and then blast them away with Mally, Moonfire, Mally.
I also want to note, I've evolved as a content creator. If you note here, my closet is open. Look now. It's closed. Well, slightly closed. That's an evolution, and we should really respect that.
Frostbolt, Ice Lance, Fireball, stuff like that. Anytime any mana cheat's been introduced, whether it be Emperor Thorson, Florist, Galakron, it's just enabled these crazy combos that just kill your opponent from 30.
Oh man,
even in
these videos
60,
drag.
80, 100 health if you could really get going.
I mean, my videos are still pretty wordy today, but man, did I
love
really,
Malygos is arguably
really
my
drag.
favorite card of all time. I have played thousands of game of Malygos Druid, but I think it's time for it to go to Wild. Allow for other combo cards to come up. As long as they print new.
So I mean,
new combo cards, new things you can do.
I mean, they replaced them, right? So I mean, so far all the cards that I've mentioned are not part of the classic set anymore. So
by things like Malygos,
Zeddy might be onto some stuff with his predictions here.
Rely on OTKing your opponent.
Smart guy.
Turn.
We'll see if we get them all right.
For the game, it would open up avenues.
I think I remember.
I hate to say I love these cards, but if I'm gonna accept that Leroy's been in every aggro deck since the beginning of time.
I always want to show I'm not biased with this stuff, right?
Most of the combo decks since the beginning of time as well, and I just think with the Hall of Fame.
Okay, we got it.
Hall of Fame early.
So yeah, like I've always tried to be unbiased. Very first video, because it's opinionated, right? We're always opinionated on this channel. Very first video, I'm like, I don't like Leroy, get rid of it. But a lot of people didn't like Leroy. But then I made sure, like, if I'm losing the things people are losing stuff that they like, I need to lose something I like. So I had to throw Malagos and Alex in, and that's what's happened in the core set too. So I'm still feeling that way, you know?
Lackey's drive me insane.
And I still hated Lackeys. That has not changed.
But that would be too complicated. Frost them. So we have Frost Nova.
Another one we got.
I think is the definition of unfun. Freezing your opponent's entire board.
So this is also not in the core set. So we are all of them so far.
Yeah,
a year late.
It's a minion-based game most times. And when you can't play with your minions, it's just really not fun. I'm fine with I'm fine with freeze. I'm fine with a board freeze. Even Blizzard. I'm fine with Blizzard. It's 6 mana.
They did rotate that one though.
Yeah. Typically.
We'll pretend I didn't say that.
And 6 mana to freeze the entire board is reasonable. You get damage too. But Frost Nova at 3, and often you can cheat it to less, is just very frustrating. And when you have mana cheat like...
Okay, Zeddy, you talk too much about these cards.
It's worn out its welcome.
Look at this.
And it's one that I would
Frost Nova, I talk about for like
that I would like to
2 minutes.
This one might sound stupid, as it's just a 1 mana 1/1 charge, is Stone Tusk Boar. Every time this card has seen play, it's in a very
and this one has infamously been reworked
deck to face.
This has been infamously reworked to a charge minion. That's why I said Hall of Fame it. Sorry, to a rush minion. That's why I said Hall of Fame it, and we'd avoid this. But yeah, again,
examples being Quest.
We're on point. We're on point here.
And recently, the Death Rattle Apothecary Rogue, where you would cheat out an Anubisaf and then buff your.
How long do we talk about Boar?
A billion, and then kill your opponent from nothing. Like so many cards they make.
All right. We'll speed run the rest of this. It's Dragon. Old Zeddy like to talk like I do. Old Zeddy really like to talk like I do, but man, repeating the same thing's a little bit too much.
I think it would be smart. And then lastly, another one. This card, I don't even know if it's ever seen meta play, but it just creates problems. Is Nozdormu. It's a solid
another one.
9 mana 8/8. Your opponent only gets 15 seconds. They're a roper. They're a life coach.
Oh, we didn't bring up no hands yet.
Their turn or
no hands are
that's
GM.
That's fine in principle, but once
all right,
it's your turn.
Any other cards?
Problems like physical conditions that don't allow them to play, I think should be Hall of Fame.
All right, so that's every card, and yeah, I mean every single card I mentioned either got Hall of Fame that year or ended up being taken out of the classic set, not in the core set. So 100% in terms of like predictions if you want to include this year. It's pretty good. But let's see the outro. Let's see what kind of outro we got. Do we still have the Let's Stay Salty? Did that? I don't remember if I said that in the very first video. I need to see that.
Let me know what you think. What cards would you like to see Hall of Fame? Do you disagree with my picks? Like Leroy. Like I'm going to hear a lot about because of Leroy. But anyways, let me know in the comments below.
Give that talking point.
If you enjoy the video, please like and subscribe. This is my first video to the channel. And I don't want this to just be a VOD upload channel. I want to have transformative content, discussion. I will put up VODs and gameplay and stuff like that.
I did for a while.
But I want to have these type of videos where we actually discuss and learn and talk about Hearthstone. So please like, subscribe, and yeah. We'll talk to you guys later. Have a good day and stay salty, my friends.
Ooh, close. So yeah, almost had it. We kind of had the little catchphrase at the end, and that was literally just off the top of my head. I did not have anything planned, and yeah, the channel, I mean, it's been a bit over a year. I've learned a little bit more about delivery and, you know, maybe not rambling as much, although as I'm doing right now, I ramble quite a bit, but it's pretty fun to look back. And let me know if you want to, you know, go back and look at more older videos, or maybe if I took a little too far of a risk. I have some comedy video. I did a comedy video back in the day, or watch, like, I don't know, the Battle Pass thing. We're going to talk about that anyways in another video, but regardless, let me know in the comments below if you enjoy this type of content, and let's do the send off the proper way, not this boring way. Let's do it with, if you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe. Have a great day. And stay salty, my friends. See, that's how it's done, old Zeddy. Come on.